welcome back to Sunday Praise. So, my question for you today is, do you have a daily habit? Is there something that you do every day? Like, as soon as you get up, you brush your teeth. Or maybe you insist on having eggs every morning for breakfast, or oatmeal, or pancakes even. How about your daily devotions? Do you do them the same time every day? Well, these daily habits are important, and so is the habit of praying every day. So Daniel was a man who loved God, and he prayed consistently, even when it meant facing danger. So the king of the country where Daniel lived had made it illegal to pray to anyone except himself for 30 days. And despite this law, Daniel continued to pray to God 3 times a day. And he didn't do this in secret, but out in the open where anybody could see him. Daniel's commitment to prayer highlighted his trust in God and his refusal to let anything come between him and his relationship with God. So let's look at Daniel a little more closely today. Daniel lived in Babylon, far from his home, and he served the king with great loyalty and skill. Like Esther, he was taken captive during one of the wars, and like Esther, he had advanced in the kingdom. What truly set Daniel apart from the other men serving the king was his faithful habit of praying to God 3 times a day. Daniel's heart remained humble despite his high position. He never forgot God. Every day, without fail, Daniel would go to his room, open the windows that faced Jerusalem, and pray. He gave thanks, he sought guidance, and he placed his trust in God no matter what the circumstances around him and what challenges that day held. But not everyone was pleased with Daniel's success and devotion. Some officials were jealous of his favor with the king and tried to find fault with him, but they couldn't find anything. Because Daniel was always faithful and honest, and the only way they could trap him was through his faith. So these men convinced the king to issue an order that for 30 days, anyone who prayed to any god or human other than the king would be thrown into a lion's den. They knew Daniel would not abandon his prayers, and they were right. When Daniel heard about the decree, he did not hide or compromise in any way. As he had always done, he went to his room, opened the windows facing Jerusalem, got down on his knees, and prayed 3 times a day, giving thanks to God. When the officials found him praying, they rushed to the king and reminded him of the decree. The king, who admired Daniel, tried to save him, but the law could not be changed. So, with a heavy heart, he ordered Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den, saying, "May your God whom you serve continually rescue you." A stone was brought to seal the opening so Daniel couldn't get out, and the king spent a sleepless night fasting and worrying about Daniel. At the first light of dawn, the king hurried to the den and called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God whom you serve continually been able to rescue you from the lions?" Daniel replied, "My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight." The king was overjoyed and ordered Daniel to be taken from the den. Not a scratch was found on him, for he trusted God. The sly officials, however, met the fate they had planned for Daniel and were thrown to the lions. The lions didn't sit quietly by when those men were thrown to them. They attacked them and killed them. King Darius then issued a new decree that in every part of his kingdom, people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. So let's read our verse for today. It's Daniel 6:10. When Daniel knew that the document had been signed, he went to his house where he had windows in his upper chamber open toward Jerusalem. He got down on his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God as he had done previously. Daniel's consistent prayer life was a key part of his relationship with God. He refused anything that prevented it. So let's look at some key points of Daniel's prayer habit and see if we can make it part of our prayer habit too. First, it's important to be consistent in our prayer life. Prayer is as essential to our spiritual well-being as food and rest are to our physical health. Continually reaching out to God in prayer nurtures our soul and keeps us connected with Him. Secondly, we should continually overcome obstacles to our prayer life. Just as Daniel faced opposition that tried to disrupt his prayer life, we too may encounter distractions or challenges that try to distance us from God. Identifying these distractions is crucial. And third, let's look at strategies for maintaining a prayer life. Daniel was intentional about when and where he prayed. He chose a specific time and place to talk with God. We should, like Daniel, create our own prayer routine. Let's find a specific time and place to talk with God every day. I like to do mine first thing in the morning before the day and its distractions has gotten in the way, and then I get busy and I forget about it. First thing in the morning is a great way to start your day with prayer. And regular communication with God is the key to growing spiritually and building a strong relationship with Him. God is always ready to listen to us. He doesn't need a specific time or place, but we do. So thanks for watching today, and I will see you next week with another Sunday Praise.